I'm Gigi.
I'm Poppi.
And I'm so glad you could join us today for story time.
Today's story is The Rugrats, the turkey who came to dinner. Written by Mark Palmer and adapted by Kitty Richards. Illustrated by Ed Resto. It was Thanksgiving Day. At the Pickles home, everyone was busy. Dee Dee was telling Tommy, Phil, and Lil about the celebration of Thanksgiving. Stu and Drew were setting up lots of TVs and satellite dishes so they could watch every football game in the country. Angelica was watching the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade on TV, while Grandpa Boris snored on the couch. Everyone else was in the kitchen arguing about what to make for dinner. Ding dong! Dee Dee answered the door. It was Chucky and his dad. "Why do you guys got lots of feathers on your heads?" Chucky asked the other Rugrats. "We're playing Naked Americans," said Tommy, and he put a feathered headdress on Chucky. "Do I gotta take my clothes off?" Chucky asked nervously. "No, Chucky," said Tommy. "It's Thanksgiving." "Who's Thanksgiving?" Chucky wanted to know. "It's not a person, Chucky," Tommy explained. "It's the day we have a big dinner with our family and friends and remember how happy we are." So the Rugrats sat down for a tasty make-believe Thanksgiving dinner of Reptar cereal and also some crackers they found under the couch. In the meantime, everyone was waiting for Grandpa Lou to bring home the Thanksgiving turkey. As soon as he came back with a bag, he reached in and pulled out a trophy. "Pop!" cried Dee Dee. "You did buy our turkey, didn't you?" "I did better than that," said Grandpa Lou. "I won a turkey. They said it'd be here by 4 at the latest." 4 o'clock? That was way too late. Dee Dee, Minka, Charlotte, Betty, and Howard hopped in the car and raced to the grocery store. They needed a turkey right away. Just then there was a knock at the door. It was a delivery man carrying a big box. He woke Grandpa Boris. "What? Can't you see I'm sleeping?" asked Boris. "Look, I'm sorry to bother you," said the delivery man, "but I've got a turkey here. Where should I put it?" Boris sighed. "Where else does the turkey go on Thanksgiving?" he said. "In the kitchen." "Thanks," said the delivery man, and Boris fell back to sleep. The Rugrats followed the delivery man into the kitchen. He placed the box on the floor and left. The baby stared at the box. What could be inside? Chucky screwed up his courage and took a peek. A pair of beady black eyes looked back at him. "There's something in that box," Chucky whispered as quickly and backed away. Tommy toddled over and knocked on the box. "Hello," he said. As the box began to shake, suddenly a flapping, gobbling creature burst out. "Ah!" the Rugrats screamed. It was a real live turkey. Tommy wanted to invite it to dinner, but Chucky wasn't sure. "He's awful scary looking," he said. Chucky might not have liked the turkey, but the turkey sure liked Spike. Everywhere Spike went, the turkey trailed behind him. It followed the dog all around the yard, and the Rugrats were right on its tail. Just then Angelica appeared. "What are you doing with that turkey?" she asked. "We're trying to ask it to come to our dinner," said Tommy. "Oh, he's coming to dinner all right," said Angelica. "He's gonna be dinner." The Rugrats gasped. "You were supposed to say thank you to your friends on Thanksgiving, not eat them." "We gotta get him out of the yard," said Tommy. "I think he's a bird. Maybe he can fly." Meanwhile, Grandpa Boris finally woke up. Grandpa Lou had found the empty box and wanted to know where the turkey was. "A delivery man came a little while ago," explained Boris. "I told him to put your turkey in the kitchen." "Well, he's not here now," Lou said as he put on a helmet. "It must be in the house somewhere." He grabbed a big net and then he grabbed Boris, and the two men started their search. In the backyard, the Rugrats were flapping their arms, hoping the turkey would get the picture. It didn't. They tied a string around the turkey's neck and tried to make it run fast so they could fly it like a kite. That didn't work either. Finally, the babies put the bird on one end of the teeter-totter and jumped on the other end. But it was no use. The turkey would not fly away. Just then, Dee and the gang returned from the grocery store with no turkey. They did have a frozen turkey dinner, turkey franks, and turkey pastrami. Everyone was still arguing, and they all raced to the kitchen to use the microwave. Meanwhile, Lou and Boris spotted the turkey in the backyard. They chased it with their net as the poor bird ran around in circles. Angelica joined in too. Suddenly, Angelica tripped. Boris and Lou jumped over her and landed on one end of the teeter-totter. At the same time, the turkey landed on the other end. "Gobble, gobble, gobble," squawked the frightened turkey as it flew through the air, flapping its wings. It looked like the turkey was going to make it when it flew right into the tower of satellite dishes. Crash! The dishes toppled to the ground, and so did the turkey. In the living room, every TV set had been turned to one very exciting football game. Stu and Drew were on the edge of their seats. Suddenly, all the TVs fizzled out. In the kitchen, the microwave with all the food inside exploded. "Oh no," cried Dee. "The kids!" Everyone ran outside. There was no need to worry. The Rugrats were fine. But what about the turkey? Everyone held their breath. Finally, under the pile of satellite dishes, something moved. The turkey popped his head out. The Rugrats smiled. Their new friend was okay. "That thing ruined our football game," shouted Stu. "It ruined our dinner," added Betty. Everyone murmured in agreement. "Well, dinner's not quite ruined," said Drew. "We've still got turkey." All the grown-ups took a step forward toward the frightened bird. The Rugrats held hands and formed a line to protect the turkey. "What are the kids doing?" someone asked. "Maybe they think we want to eat it," Jazz said. "Well, we don't. It ruined our Thanksgiving," said Betty. Finally, Dee spoke up. "No," she said. "This turkey didn't ruin our Thanksgiving. We did. We spent the whole day arguing about what to eat and what to watch." Thanksgiving isn't about football or food or parades. Thanksgiving is about family and friends. Everyone looked around sheepishly. They knew Dee was right. Boris broke the silence. "Friends I like, but what are we going to eat? Everything is kaput," he said. So Tommy shared his Thanksgiving dinner. Everyone feasted on Reptar cereal and milk. Spike even shared his food with the turkey. It was Thanksgiving. No one would soon forget.
Thanks for reading along with us. Join us again next time for Storytime with
GiGi
and Poppi.
Phenomena. Phenomena. Phenomena.